Alright, red, white, Nahiri. Heir of the Ancients here, so -2. Look at the top. 6 cards in your library. You may grab a warrior or equipment from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. Pluses to make a core warrior token. And then her -3 is one you probably don't really use. It deals damage to a creature, planeswalker, equal to twice the number of equipments you control. So we've got 8 equipments in the deck. We've got 4 Mauls, 2 Shadowspear, 2 Embercleave. So, honestly, the more I play with Maul, the more impressed I get by it. The fact that you can just, like, consistently play this card for 3 mana, and Embercleave frequently costs a lot more than that, feels really good. Embercleave and Shadowspear are also both legendary, so there's a little bit of awkwardness with those as well. We've also got a little bit of a warrior sub-theme going on, because she can find warriors. And then I'm playing Fervent Champion and Selfless Savior at the bottom end, just as, like, good 1-mana threats in our aggro deck. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this. For people that don't stay super plugged into Magic, Ezechiel, thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Wizards did their typical announcing change coming. They said they are keeping an eye on the format and will give us an update early next week. So that probably means that they're acknowledging the fact that Uro is still a problem, and who could possibly have predicted that? So we'll see. If the latter's kind of a dumpster fire for Standard, we might cool it on Standard until after they make changes next week. Roth Skeller, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. Just move up next weekend, Hoots this weekend. Watch, they'll reset their announcements to best through tournament. I don't know about that. Sand needs to draw some lands, but it's pretty okay otherwise. Do the 3rd land tier at least. Nahiri, thanks for the 29 months. Yeah, I mean, we were one of the first big standard tournaments with full coverage at the very least. So I think with this tapped land drawn here, I actually Hallowed Blade plus tapped land this turn, so I can Nahiri next turn, I think. Try and find a piece of equipment to stack up on my dorks. Shadowspear actually good? I feel like it's not. They're probably doing like Uro things here, right? So giving 1/1 in lifelink doesn't seem particularly good here. It's mostly for like other aggro decks. Red white has a pathway. Yep. So the Naya is currently the only 3-color combination that has all 3 pathways. As a random fact about the current format with the 6 pathways that we've got. I would just like to say that the fact that this Uro happening here doesn't mean there's a possibility of Nissa happening next turn is a pleasant change of pace. So that's nice in general. Bant, Sultai, and Jund each only have 1 pathway. Yeah, 2 of those are blue-green, right? Blue-green doesn't have 1 currently. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, whatever the power level of Uro is in this format right now, it's guaranteed to go up when they print the next set and give the blue-green color pairing better mana, because we've been told the other 4 pathways are guaranteed coming in the next set. Okay, so I at least get to turtle up with this, because this can make itself bigger and it has first strike. How is this only my 39-month resub if it's been a decade since February? Asking the real questions. Alright, so they're at 3 cards in their bin. I kind of want to attack with this and then slide it over to the Seasoned Hallowblade afterwards. And then if they attack with this, I can block, discard a card, and then Spikefield Hazard for the last point. I can also wait a turn to do that. So I can get Voyager down here and get Voyager down here so that way I can draw a card when I attack. Thank you for the very generous tier 3 sub, by the way, Beetle. And all the bits and support you've given here over the years. Oh, that's true. That's true. Accurate. Hey, look, a card that puts 2 cards in the bin for Uro. Minnie, thank you for the 2 months. I just missed that one. Thanks. Good chat. Good chat. American Gamer, thank you for the 2 years. I appreciate it. Welcome back. What's up, for my resubs, I'm usually watching on YouTube. Well, welcome to a live one. Hope you're staying safe out there in our crazy world. Our live evenings during the week now, which is exciting. Different change of pace. Can keep. I don't have double white for Skyclave, but I got 3 lands. I've got good boys into a Maul here. Hey, nice as a Doth. I'm glad you're enjoying Runeterra. Runeterra is great. And I agree that their economy is way more friendly to people. They don't treat their customers like human piggy banks, which is refreshing. Alright, Pupper, suit up. Cleave ho. No point in attacking with this one since we're not tapped out anymore. Or we're tapped out now, so I'll just block it for free. I didn't get a chance to try the Gauntlet, but everyone that I talked to that did play in it sounded like they really loved it. In general, the structure that they used for the multi-deck format sounded really well done. Yeah, I agree, Ian. I mean, being consumer friendly doesn't mean your product has to be cheap or free, which it is relatively cheap, all things considered in comparison. But like, it just means that like you're not being predatory with the product that you're giving, right? You're not making people engage in a casino to like access your product. Our dogs with hammers are probably just gonna kill them this game. Yeah, I agree, Nocti. Maul has definitely been a card that's been excellent. This only grabs 4 or less, right? That's 5. Says twice the number of equipment I control, so that's not good enough. I guess we just Nahiri and we impulse looking for another equipment. Getting mauled by dogs. That is, I am disappointed in myself for not coming to that conclusion on my own. Yeah, we are, like, and I mean, like, this is similar to what we had in the first game, right? Where, like, the board stalled with our creatures, but then they just had Ugin, so then it didn't matter. This card's actually kind of sweet. Like, draws 2 cards, theoretically, which is nice.
We will protect my home.
No, I don't want to equip anything to it. So... I think we're just Skyclaving the 4/4 here. And then we'll play this. And then next turn... I can -3/-3 to take the Elder Gargoth out of play. Hey, HernQ, I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. If you're staying safe out there with all the insanity all over the world. Well, poop. Alright, 1 Embercleave, please.
Everything is coming together.
Thanks. Appreciate you. Da-da-da-da. Oh, they both get block triggers. Oh, that's a bag of dicks. It's all... None of it's pretty, chat. None of it's pretty. I guess we do this, because this one has more things equipped to it. But... And this is why Uro is such a good ban, right? Like, these decks are still super powerful without their card that has the least amount of counterplay to it. Like, there's still Gargoths and Ugins and all these other just incredibly powerful cards. It's trample, so there's no reason to block it.
If I'm gone, you'll lose.
That's actually not that big of a deal. Because Fervent Champion discounts things 3 to equip to it. I wouldn't shed tears if Embercleave was a historic only card. I don't think that would be some great loss.
My world will return to its ancient glory.
Have a sword.
Forged in stone.
And you get a sword. Everybody gets swords. Who's got 2 thumbs and is excited to get Ugin -3 next turn? This guy right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely a Eugene in our future, chat. He's coming and he's very angry. Just a shatter in the sky. Ay, 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 shatter in the sky.
Core Empire will rise again.
We played a lot of DDR growing up, yeah. Whatever the PC version was, a Step Mania. I feel like Step Mania was the version we played on PC. I think that was a thing. Someone can correct me on the title. Yeah, it was third party, and at the time, they didn't make... No, so you could cut the... So they made dance pads for the PlayStation 2, but if you cut the ends off of them, you could attach a USB end to it, and then they would plug into your computer and play as a joystick. Would you believe that I was an incredibly large nerd growing up? I know that's going to shock many of you here in chat to hear that we played DDR on the PC and we cut the ends off of PlayStations to like make our just growing. It was a phase and I grew. Thankfully, I grew out of it. Let's get down to business and defeat the band. Do 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 do. Crunch crunch.
Help me remake this world.
Remake this world. You had a Dreamcast and you know we didn't. My father hated video games. We had PCs eventually and Game Boy Colors, but we did not have any consoles growing up. How is New Standard? This right here sums it up nicely. This card's still legal. It's fine, chat. I can downtick Nahiri to kill their threat. It's not a big deal that they gain 6 life and drew 2 cards, because I'll kill it and then it'll just be gone for... Oh no. Oh no, there's 6 cards in their graveyard. What do you mean if I kill their card that gains 6 life and drew 2 cards, it's just gonna come back and gain more life and draw more cards? I don't understand. Why would that be the case? We might still win this game. It's a lot of double strike power. Wait, are they actually dead this turn? We're one short of lethal. I can equip this to here and hit them to 1. Thunk. Thunk. How does he hold all of his weapons? Just don't ask questions, okay? Your mortal mind cannot comprehend the skills of this card. Correction, we get it them to 4. Accurate. Accurate. Bottoms up. Escape that Uro. 1 more brick. 1 more brick. 1 more brick. I feel like my opponent's username is like telling us what we should probably consider doing instead. Their username is draft is fun while they Uro us. Yes! We've defeated Uro in 1 game of Magic the Gathering. This is the empirical evidence that Wizards of the Coast required to make the card remain legal come Monday. Sorry, folks. Pack it up. Everything is fine. We're done here. Problem solved. Format solved. It's not a big deal. God, just get good, nerds. Uro's not a problem. You just suck. Have we tried just playing Uro? Yeah, we played Uro last night. Uro is so good, it took our awful mono green Scut Swarm deck and dragged it kicking and screaming across the finish line in a bunch of matches. It was excellent. Uro has a strong back, chat. It can make a deck that's a solid C+, be like a B average in no time. Can I get the pessimistic hot guess of what's being removed? I mean, it's just Uro, right? I think there's a bunch of things they could do, but they always seem to be conservative with whatever they get rid of, so it's just Uro. Evening, the Fabricator. Hope life's treating you well. So we have a 2-land, 7-spell hand here. Unfortunately, no white mana, so we're going to mulligan. There was a ban announcement. There was an announcement of an upcoming ban announcement. You know, that thing that they polled their people, and the people unanimously said they didn't want to happen anymore, so they continued to do it anyways. Because what is listening to your user base anyways? What is love? Baby, please hurt me. Please hurt me some more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Now. your presidential vote doesn't matter in a lot of places that are decided, but your down ballot elections really matter, chat. Remember to check out who's up for elections in your locals. They really count. In fact, a lot of the time when there's not a global pandemic going on, I would tell you your local elections tend to matter more than the national ones for you. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You saved that Fervent Champion. And also, I'd also tell you, regardless of where you live, this year especially, there's a lot of places that are thought of as deep red that if people stop thinking of them that way, they're way more purple than they'd like to let on. So make sure you vote up and down the ballot this fall. What's going on here? Hey, thanks for the Twitter a month, Abysmal. Welcome back. Yeah, I always assume like if I didn't want to interact with chat, I'd just stream on. I just post videos to YouTube, right? So, like a big part of the appeal of making Twitch content is the ability to interact whilst doing so.
This expedition was fruitful.
It was fruitful, in fact. There are a lot of choices here. I think I'm just taking this. And I think I'm playing Spikefield Hazard tapped at this point. I think in my mind, having interacted with a lot of people, and as someone who's like had my opinion on politics change a lot since 2016, I would expect there are a number of people who kind of voted for Trump because he was an outsider and they were just tired of the status quo and they didn't understand that he was a career con man and they just wanted something different because he wasn't a politician, right? And I think anyone reasonable that did that saw what happened in the first year or two after he was elected, like, reasonable people were shook. Anybody that was still supporting him, like, past, let's draw an arbitrary line. Like, 2018, I think, is about the arbitrary line I'd draw. That, like, that's the point where, like, if you didn't understand what was going on after the first 2 years, and you were, or you understood and you were okay with it, is even more likely to be the case. That's the line where it's just like, well, you're not probably a salvageable human being, in my opinion. You are too far down the rabbit hole. Smash Axe, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. In the same scenario happened with Reagan, I'm going to plead ignorance to history in that regard. It's hard enough keeping up with everything that's going on in the last 4 years, much less 40 or 50. Six cards in the bin. Are we jumping to save Nahiri? Yeah, probably. I feel you, Zintoth. I am not on speaking terms with many people who are family. That command is great. I mean, I try, right? So they know we have Embercleave. I think we're just attacking and getting cleave going. Yeah, they are at 14, so like if they brick on a couple of draws next turn, we could maybe steal this game with a big sword. Speak softly and carry a big sword, chat. What do you do when it's your own father? I am in the fortunate position that I don't depend on my parents for anything, right? Like, I know a lot of people, times are hard and finances are tough, but I don't think I've shared that on stream before, but yeah, my father's one of the people I don't talk to. He is drunk on the Kool-Aid, and even before that, he's definitely what I would classify as a bigot. There's a lot of hate in him. Wait, why did I just click through? Did it not give me a chance to sacrifice this? What did I miss? I might have clicked past sacrificing that. I should have a 1/1. Oh, I can't sack. Got it. Hey, chat, remember when I said I just needed 2 bricks and then they drew Ugin? Remember that moment? Man, it's a shame. It's a shame there's, I guess they would have had plenty of time to gain life anyways, huh? Nah. I'm pretty sure that ship has sailed. Wait, do I not draw a card? Don't I draw a card? Oh, I have to attack a player with an equipped creature? Come on. What the fuck is that templating in 2020? Seriously? What a bad joke. We probably aren't winning that game anyways, but like, come on. Did they really just lame duck this format again? Yeah. Yeah, probably. We're going to play this for another half hour or so, but we're probably going to pull standard off my schedule for the rest of the week. Do a little more historic. Bottom an Intimidator here. Now, so I have like double tapped lands here. I think it's just the Intimidator. Maybe we bottom the Spikefield Hazard and hope to just draw a tapped land. Sayel, thank you for the 24 months. We appreciate that. Welcome back. It's hazardous out here, chat. Yeah, I hope so, Flaming Swag. I really hope that whatever they decide to kill in Standard, they do like they did with Fires and the other cards are like, okay, it's gone in Standard, it's also going to be gone in Historic, so it's not okay there either. That would be ideal. Hopefully they just get rid of it everywhere. It is an important, Flab. It is. It used to be banned across all formats like Modern, Legacy, and Pioneer. In the nicest way possible, I don't care about those other 3 formats, so I don't really know. I don't play them enough to give you an informed opinion on it, and I don't really care either way. I think I'm actually into the untapped land there, because it lets me cleave them next turn. I saw Brian Gottlieb's post, and I think all of the cards he listed would be fine to gut and remove. The Elemental, the myth, the legend. The Elemental, the cantrip, the legend. Alright, you got one route to victory. And it's this Intimidator with this Cleave. So... Ooh. John McCain's wife, John McCain's widow, just endorsed Joe Biden. You can't, I don't think you can get through to a lot of these people at this point, but if there's anything that can, maybe something like that can. You know what? I'm gonna put this deck back in the queue towards the bottom. Or just somewhere in the middle. And, I'm gonna take Standard off my schedule until Monday. I'm over it. So, yeah. I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna knock its points down a little bit since we played it for a little bit today. But, I'm gonna ultimately leave it in there and we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it later. Thanks for the 4 months, Assassin Beck.